Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm carrying on my theme of cleaning, clearing and starting a fresh new year with a declutter of my makeup collection. Now before we get started, I'm aware I have a lot of makeup, however this is my passion and a lot of this I buy in collections to review here on my YouTube channel and over on the blog, and I also very kindly get some collections sent to me. So with that being said, let's get right into the decluttering process. So I'm probably a bit late to the party, but I've recently started reading Marie Kondo, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and I've been applying her method to a lot of my decluttering so far. So she suggests gathering everything in one place as it helps you grasp how much stuff you really own. And boy did this make me feel a bit queasy when I saw everything I own in one pile. I realise I have a lot, but in the drawers it doesn't look like much. Okay, so now that I have everything in one pile, I'm next going to divide everything into sections. So brow products, foundation, eyeshadows, lip balms, etc. And I also recommend laying an old towel down on the floor just to prevent your floor from getting dirty. And keep your eyes peeled guys, because I will be doing a huge makeup giveaway over on the blog soon, so I'll definitely let you know when that happens. Finally, I'm laying down 3 empty bags to put everything in. So one is for expired or nearly empty makeup to throw away. One is for unused or hardly touched makeup to give to family and friends, and the last bag is for products that I'm going to keep. So now that we have everything in order, I'm going to go through each section, starting off with primers. The first one I have is the Freedom Priming Water, which is part of the TAM Makeup Revolution umbrella. So I love this. It's a great, quick and convenient primer if you're short for time. It's also a great hydrating prep spray before makeup as well, so I'm definitely going to be keeping this. The Benefit Professional is an old loyal favourite of mine. I actually wore this on my wedding day, and this does exactly what it says on the tube. It fills in pores, it has a lovely texture, and it helps my makeup last throughout the day. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this as well. Next we have the Primark Priming Oil. So if you've seen my first impression on this, then you know already that I really love this. This is a great one if you want a dewy finish to your skin, and this really does help make your makeup last all day. This is a great one if you have normal skin. It's not so great if you have oily skin, but it really does help keep that dewy look throughout the day. So I will be keeping this one. The Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser is another loyal favourite. This is a great one, or a great dupe for the Benefit Professional if you want something that's budget friendly. This does exactly the same thing, and I actually have a review testing both of these out, so comparing them. So I'll link all the beauty reviews I have on everything that I can find down below of things that I really like. So unfortunately this is really old, so it's time to get rid of it, but I would buy it again. Okay, lastly we have the Nivea Post Shave Balm. This was kind of a bit of a sort of cult favourite recently thanks to Nikki Tutorials. This is a really great one. Again, if you're on a budget and you need a primer, this honestly does help my makeup last all day. But unfortunately, again, this is quite old, so I'm going to have to throw this particular bottle away. Next, moving on to foundations. So ones I'm keeping is the Ordinary foundation. This is a fantastic affordable foundation. Also the Clinique one that I was on about. This is the Beyond Perfecting foundation, a great matte one. The other one I'm going to keep is the 17 BB Balm. This is again a really good one, especially for summer, and it's got an SPF of 25 in it. A nice dewy one that's a great dupe for the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua is the Bourjois Healthy Mix. Then the last one that I'm keeping is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. This is a really good high full coverage foundation, so I'm definitely keeping that as well. On to ones that I'm throwing away. So first of all, the YSL Touche Éclat. I did love this foundation, but I think they've changed the formula since I got this one, and this one is a little bit light for me, so I need to throw it away now. It's quite old, but I would buy this again to try out the new formula. This one is the 17 Stay Time Foundation. This does have an SPF of 25, but for some reason I thought this was quite a sticky foundation. I didn't love it, so this is quite a new one, so I'm going to give this to a friend. Next, moving on to the Rimmel Stay Matte. I really didn't like this foundation. It was just not my cup of tea at all, so I'm going to throw this away because it's quite old. The other Rimmel foundation is the Insta Flawless. This is a really beautiful one for summer because it has a dewy light consistency. However, I have had this for quite a long time, so I'm going to throw this. The last one I have is the L'Oreal Nude Cushion. I absolutely love this foundation, again for summertime, but this has run out now, so I'm going to have to throw this away, but I will repurchase this. Next we have concealers. I don't have very many here, and actually most of these I do really like. So starting off with the Maybelline Master Camo. This is such a great concealer, and it's also a really good dupe for this MAC one here. So I will be keeping this one, as will I be keeping the MAC one. This is just a great all-rounder, and you can mix the concealers together, and it also has a couple of colour correcting shades. This e.l.f. concealer I did a first impression on last year, and I'm still on the fence about this concealer. I'm really not sure if I love it or hate it. The colour is a bit weird. This is the lightest shade, but I do find this really yellow for my skin tone. So what I'm going to do is finish this up and decide whether I like it at the end. So I'll keep you updated in my product empties video. This 17 Stay Time Concealer is a beautiful creamy concealer. I absolutely adore this, so I will be keeping this one. The last one I have is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I really like this, but the only problem is I cannot seem to get this last bit out the bottom. If any of you guys have any ideas on how to get this out without breaking it, please let me know, because this is a glass container and it also has a pump at the top, but it just won't pump out, so I'm a bit sort of don't know what to do, because I really want to do a back to MAC with it. So for now I will keep this, but if I can't get it out I will throw it away. Next we have colour correctors. This Barry M one I tested out I think last year, and I really did like this, and I do tend to use green corrector the most for redness, so I will be keeping this one. Then we have the Makeup Revolution colour correcting palette. So I do use these 4 shades here and a bit of the yellow one, and I do like mixing these as well, so I will keep this palette. Last we have the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass colour correctors. These are amazing. I do adore these a lot, but to be honest, the one I use the most is the green one. This is just a really nice convenient one, especially for travel. I use this a lot over my red burnt nose when I was on holiday, so I will keep this one. but I'm gonna throw away the purple one as I don't use it and it's kind of a bit old to give away. So here we have a selection of contour products, and to be honest, I don't really contour that much. So I've already divided these products up into sections. So these three I'm going to throw away because they're old, but I do really like the collection contour kit, especially the highlighter. Then the Rimmel one is quite old. I did enjoy the contour shade as a bronzer, and I did really like the blush shade. However, this is not very long wearing, so I'm going to get rid of this one. And the last one I'm throwing away is the NYX Wonder Stick. This is a fantastic, convenient and quick contour stick. However, this is quite old, so I'm going to have to throw this away. The last three contour products, these two I'm going to keep, and this one I'm going to give to someone else as this is too dark for me. But these two, I love this one again, just like the other contour stick. I don't know if I actually said that the other contour stick was the NYX one. But this again is a nice quick and convenient contour stick if I do feel like contouring, so I'm going to keep that one. And then this one is the 17 Define and Contour contour kit, which is a mouthful to say, but I really love this shade as a bronzer, and this is great for setting foundation. And also I love the fact that this compact has a mirror, so I will be keeping this one. Here I have only 4 face powders. To be honest, as I've got older, I tend to steer away from face powders because I do think they accentuate lines, fine lines and things like that. So I do prefer the loose powders. So these two I'm going to be keeping. The Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder is brilliant. This is in transparent. Then the other one is the Revolution Luxury powder in Banana, a great dupe for the Ben Nye one. Then the other two, this one has got to go in the bin. I do really like this. This is the Rimmel, I can't remember the name, matte powder, I think it is. Oh, Stay Matte. The only thing I don't like about these is the packaging is just really breakable, and I just don't like how it is in the pan. It just kind of breaks, but I would repurchase this one again, but I really need to throw this in the bin. Then the last one is not a powder, but this is a anti-shine balm, so it kind of does the same. I got this in the Makeup Revolution advent calendar, but I really don't use this, so I'm going to give this to a friend. Okay, so I've had to move you down a little bit just so we can see all the bronzers, but bronzers I do love a lot because they just warm up my pale face. So the ones I'm going to be keeping are this L'Oreal Glam Bronze, also the Essence Matte Bronzing Powder, the L'Oreal Glam Cushion Bronzer. This is a great one for summer. The 17 Instant Glow Cream Bronzer, again this is another one good for summertime. The MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Deep, this is a good bronzer shade. The Hoola, Do the Hoola Liquid Bronzer I will be keeping, as well as this e.l.f. blush and bronzer combo. This is one of my favourites at the moment. Then the Physicians Formula BB bronzer, an absolutely fantastic bronzer if you're in the States. The NYX matte bronzer, again a good one. The Hourglass is a nice high-end bronzer. Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer, again a good one. And I think that is it. I also have a video that I'll link down below on my top 10 drugstore bronzers worth buying, and this Maybelline one is included in it, but because I have so many bronzers, I think I'm gonna pass this one on. But this is a fantastic one, as it also has this highlighting blush shade as well, so I will give that to someone else. And also I'm going to be giving to someone else this Revolution bronzing palette. I don't like the pans as much in here just because they're quite small, so it's hard to get a big brush in here, but I think someone else will appreciate this. The last two on the tray I'm actually going to have to throw away. So the Rimmel Natural Bronzer is a really good drugstore bronzer. However, again, the packaging is just not that sturdy, and I think it's had its day, and I do have enough bronzers to use up anyway. The 17 Instant Glow bronzing powder I'm going to have to throw away. This is out of date now, and I just didn't like this one as much as my others. I found this to be quite orange, although it says a light bronzing powder. To me it was orange for my pale skin, so that's gotta go. You guys, I think you can tell that I really like highlighter products as well. I love testing out different ones for you guys and finding the best ones, especially affordable ones as well. So I think what I'm gonna do with this pile is I'm gonna separate everything into the 3 sections, and then I'll just go over the things that I'm keeping. These couple of bits, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to throw out because they are out of date, but I did really like all of them. These products here I'm going to pass on to friends and family. I do really like everything here, but I do have a lot of other similar things that I prefer that little bit better. So I'm sure friends and family will really appreciate these products. Lastly, I'll just quickly run through what I'm keeping. So first of all, from Makeup Revolution, I have these 3 highlighting palettes. This is the Ultra Blush Palette in Rose Gold that I always go on about. So that is going in the keep pile, along with this Baked Vivid Highlighter in Radiant Lights. The Makeup Revolution Soph X collaboration. This is beautiful. And then the last one is the Radiant highlighting palette, and this is the dupe for the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. This is stunning. Liquid highlighters, I'm keeping all of the Makeup Revolution ones. I also have the Unicorn one, but that is actually at my parents' at the moment, but I will be keeping, like I said, all of these. This one from Maybelline, this is the Master Strobing Liquid in medium. I actually think I prefer this to the stick ones that I'm going to pass on. I did like these initially, and I still do, but I think when it comes to highlighter, I do like a liquid or a powder, so I will be keeping the liquid version. Then this other liquid one is from 17, and this is actually a wonderful dupe for the Benefit High Beam. So I'm going to do a review on these, comparing both of them, so I'm going to keep both as well. Finally, onto powder highlighters. As you know, I'm still testing out this Georgia Asda one. If you haven't seen my first impression on this, then I'll link the video down below. So I will be keeping that. Then this one is not actually a powder, it's a liquid highlight cushion from MUA. This is stunning for summertime, and I really adore this, so I will be keeping that. Another one from MUA is the MUA Shimmer Sheets. These are really convenient for travel. One of my all-time favourite highlighters, I would say this is my favourite ever, is the Becca Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. Such a stunning highlighter. Then we have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. Another drugstore favourite is the Barry M highlighting palette, as well as the Sleek makeup palette in Solstice. Then we have a good old favourite from Primark. This is the highlighter in Champagne. Then lastly, we have this really nice subtle highlighter from Essence, and this is in Let It Glow. Finally, I'm actually going to finish off with blushes, and I'm going to make this into a two-parter because I really think this is going to go on for a good 40 minutes. So I'll finish off with the blushes, and that will be all the face products done. And then in part 2 I will do, I've still got eyeshadows, mascaras, brow products, lip products and setting sprays. So I think I will do a bonus video on Sunday for you guys with part 2, so you don't have to wait too long. Blusher wise, there's a few things that I need to throw away here, but to be honest, I really do love all of these blushes. It's just some kind of similar and just some are out of date. So starting off with these two NARS ones, this is actually the same shade, which is Orgasm. So I have it in the multiple, but to be honest, I never really use this. Just like the highlighting sticks, I do prefer in blusher as well, a powder or a cream formula. So that's got to go because it's very old. As well as the powder version. This is beautiful, but I did use quite a bit of this up, but it really needs to go. But if you're looking for a good dupe for this, then the Makeup Revolution, this is in Rose Gold Lights, is very, very similar, and you actually get more for your money here. Then another old one is this MAC one. This I used to like. This is in Lady Blush. But it's definitely gone off, you can smell it. So I think what I'm gonna do is back to MAC that, as well as maybe this one. This has had its day. And probably this one I'd say as well, which is Peaches. The other pink one was Dolly Mix. So I will keep these three MAC blushes, which are Peony Petal, Melba, and this one is Buff. I like all of these because they're matte. Then these are a no-brainer for me, these two Milani ones and this Physicians Formula one I'm definitely keeping. I've got Dolce Pink and Rose d'Aura in the Milani ones, and then the Physicians Formula is Rose. These two Bobbi Brown ones are Shimmer Bricks. Actually, this one here is classed as a highlighter, but this was limited edition. This is such a beautiful highlighter. It's very delicate. It's in Pink Oyster. So I'm keeping these. This is in Nectar. I always use that one. I will be keeping this one because I love it. These two came in the Makeup Revolution calendar, and I've probably just touched this one slightly, but to be honest, I think I will give these away. Then this one from Primark I tested out recently. I really like this palette. I especially like these two shades, and it's affordable as well. Then this 17 one, I can't remember the name of this because it doesn't seem to have the name on here, but this is a cheek stamp blusher, and this is just such a beautiful everyday shade. Then these Benefit ones I absolutely adore. So we've got the Dandelion Dew. This is a liquid blush, which is good for summer. And then I'd say these two are my all-time favourite blushes. So the Havana and Rocketeer. So Havana is a very nice everyday one. I actually have two of these because Ben bought me a new one for Christmas. So I've just got to use up this one. And then the other one is the Rocketeer that I'm just getting to the bottom of. To be honest, I probably could throw this away because it's kind of had it. So maybe I'll bite the bullet and throw it and get a new one. By the way, if you see my wrist and it looks a bit funny, it's because I'm leaning on it while I'm speaking to you. So if you see that and wonder what it is, it's because I'm leaning and sitting on the floor, which is quite uncomfortable actually, but we're getting it done. So guys, that is part 1 completed for my makeup declutter. Give this video a thumbs up if it's inspired you to declutter your makeup. Also, don't forget to come back on Sunday for that bonus video, which is part 2 of this. And I will look forward to seeing you then. Have a lovely start to the weekend, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter for more inspiration. And I will look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Take care. Bye.